All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is February 12th. We got ourselves Sunday. It's Super Bowl Sunday, but we're here making an NBA video. Only 2 games on the slate for this one. We got Memphis taking on Boston, and then we have Detroit taking on Toronto. We're going to jump into each game. I'll give you my lean. We'll talk about the games with my final plays, and we're not forcing anything tonight. My final plays will be in the pinned comment, updated throughout the day, always prior to game time. We're coming off of a 2-0 night last night. The Kings cover for us, even though we took them early as favorites. By game time, they were getting points, and I was like, Evan, you dummy. Evan, you dummy. But they come through and they cover for us. We hit that one, and then we also had the Sixers minus 1 point. They end up winning that one for us as well. So a 2-0 night. Let's go, pumping some crowd noise. We're on a heater, ladies and gentlemen. In our last 35, I think we were 36-9 or 34-11, one of those two. Either way, we're hitting it right now and feeling pretty good about these games. We have a good feel for the league as we, kind of ease into that All-Star break as well in a little over a week or 2 weeks or whatever. So, guys, yeah, let's jump into this. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Too excited, can't even talk. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button as well. Let me know what you're rolling with tonight. And also go check out our Super Bowl video. We posted our Super Bowl picks over on the channel as well, so make sure to go check that out. I give you guys what I'm thinking about that game. And speaking of the Super Bowl, guys, no better time to check out No House Advantage right now, guys. It is an awesome DFS app. It's much like all those other DFS apps that we use where, the player projections, you say more or less, but this one rolls that and then also introduces a couple new things like the contest DFS apps that you have out there too. So you could play against peer-to-peer, a bunch of you guys in a tournament picking more or less on projections, getting a certain amount of points via, whether they hit that or not. And then they also have an against the spread for player to player. So for example, right now, Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. Jalen Hurts has a plus 58.5 passing yard spread over on No House Advantage. So make sure to check out No House Advantage. That link is going to be in the description. Also use the code GUYBOSTON. 100% of your first deposit is going to be matched, guys. That is going to be free money for you guys to check out. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the first game here. We got the Celtics taking on Memphis. Celtics 4-point favorites, or 3.5-point favorites. I think it's moving towards 4 because a couple sportsbooks have this at 4, but we'll say 3.5 because it's on the graphic. 3.5-point favorites. Total sitting at 227 right now. These two teams played in November, and the Celtics won by 3 points. Now they're 3.5-point favorites then also, and they did not cover because it was a 3.5-point spread. That was the only meeting of the season. In their last 10 games, Celtics 6-4 straight up, 4-6 against the spread, and Memphis here 4-6 against spread in the last 10 as well. And they're actually struggling a lot on the road right now. 1-4 in the last 5 on the road. This Memphis team went on an absolute banger for a little while and then slowly came back down to earth, and they are starting to struggle here. No Jaylen Brown. Malcolm Brogdon is questionable. Al Horford's probable, and Marcus Smart is still out as well. I think this is going to be a good game, so I'm going to go with the Celtics. I am going to lean that way. They are at home, but I'm also going to take a peek at the over in this one. I do think that both these teams, yes, they can play good defense, but why have they had success this year? And it's when they're playing their up-tempo basketball and being able to score 1,000,000 points. So I'm going to lean the over and the Celtics in this one. Keep an eye on the pinned comment to see if that becomes a final play. I probably like the over more than I do the Celtics, and I'm a huge Celtics fan, so that should tell you something. But guys, yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. I know there's only 2 games on the slate. We're talking a mile a minute, but I get excited when we have an undefeated night the night before and we get to jump on and rub it in a way. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the second game. Here we got Toronto taking on Detroit. 11-point favorites, Toronto, and 228 is the total. This is a tough game to look at here. They did play in mid-November. Toronto only won by 4 points. That was when Toronto was struggling, but Detroit wasn't struggling as much as they are right now. This Detroit team is not looking too great. 3-7 in their last 10 here. Toronto, though, at home, their last 3 games, they're 2-1 against the spread. In their last 16, if we were to extrapolate it even more for Detroit, they're 5-11 against the spread. But Super Bowl Sunday, you're getting a psycho alert alarm. I think 11 points is a lot to give, so as stupid as it might be, and I'm a dummy, I tell you guys that sometimes, I'm leaning Detroit plus the 11 points here, just from a matter of that's just a large chunk of points. And I don't love seeing Toronto have to lay those points. Now, they have covered their last double-digit spread. I think it was San Antonio, I want to say. They're like 11-point favorites against them, and they do cover that line, so they can do it. But this Detroit team, you know what? do something for me on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Go cover. Plus 11 is what I'm leaning for Detroit. And then in terms of a total, I like the under. Now 228 seems kind of low, but I can see this one sticking around right in that low 220 mark. So I'm going to lean the under in this game as well. And guys, that is all we have for you guys today. 2 games in and out. Let's keep the streak going here. Keep an eye on the pin comment for a final play. I'm going to try and get probably one for today, honestly. I don't usually like to force things, but I do like that over in the Celtics game. I don't mind the under here. I don't love either of the spreads, but keep an eye on the pin comment to see what we actually end up rolling with. We record these videos very early, and I like to do my even more due diligence and do even more research on the game. So hope you guys appreciate that. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next video, right? Peace out.